we have this sweet potato. Well, good morning. Happy new week. We have a mama kitty. Oh, and really cool. Look at this. She's got babies inside of her tummy. Came with 4 little babies. This is not the food I'm trying to show you, but I was distracted by her. Anyway, so we have toddler plate. We got a banana with some almond butter and an apple and a little bit of cottage cheese. And this cottage cheese from Walmart, it's called Good Culture cottage cheese. And it seems to have not a lot of boogers in it. So worth a shot. Okay, and actually, plot twist surprise, the toddler is going to go with his sisters and grandmother to see some fun horse things this morning. So I just put the rest of his fruit in here with some of these, hold on here, Sharp Shopper, these Annie's cheddar bunnies also. And so this is just going to go to the, they call it the horse park, to do horsey things this morning and eat on the go. So I've learned this phrase that we are an experiment of one. It's called N of one theory. I've heard more about it from Dr. Mindy Peltz, who wrote Fast Like a Girl and Eat Like a Girl. I am super intrigued by her hormone feasting and eating to our cycles and nourishing our body, and I'm intrigued by all the Dr. Mindy things. I have read Fast Like a Girl and Eat Like a Girl, and you know I talked about it in some other recent videos, and so I'm doing this experiment on myself. I'm also finishing my toddler's last bite of cottage cheese that he could not take with him. Alrighty, so we're just over 3.5 miles. That is mostly walking for this afternoon so far. And I do hope and plan to still get a run in. I watched some videos I got to get published. Oh, there's the time, and there's my steps too. Actually, that's my altitude. I'll show you my steps. Just a little over 10,000 steps. Need to charge my watch battery, but I'm hopeful. We got talk and watch. Hopeful to still get a run in. I got some other afternoon filming I got to get done though. We got some Legos going on. We had some outside afternoon playtime. School got done by lunchtime. Doing pretty well today. Alrighty, so went to Dollar Tree last night as well as some thrift stores. That video should be up over here now. And I don't think I've ever gotten silverware at Dollar Tree, but it just makes sense. I got 5 sets of the forks, so it's 15 forks. And I got 5 sets of spoons. That's 15 spoons. I've bought bundles at the Walmart, and I'm sure, I mean, the quality is probably the same either way you get them. I've also ordered fancier ones. I'm trying to see what metal it's made out of. Do we know? It says stainless steel. Okay. Whatever, I'm going to get these tags off and get them into the sink. I also have some other thrift store cups and stuff that we bought. My nice new yellow mixer. Now, this morning, before I went out to get all my walking in, I had good intentions of getting sweet potatoes going in the slow cooker. It just hasn't happened. I was able to get 10,000 steps in while I was watching through my videos and doing as much work as I can on my phone. Got my steps in. It's extra dark in here because, yeah, there you go. Let there be light. That light's not on, but it's on now. So I didn't get my run in yet because then I came in to get those videos published. I'm filming my grocery haul right now. It's like a day in the life, how things go moment by moment. Anywho, I plan to get this filmed and then get out and get my run in, and then we'll talk about what we are actually doing for dinner, especially because I didn't get those sweet potatoes going. So back to when I was sharing with you about how I'm going to do an experiment on myself. You know, recently, yay, glory, so excited, I got good blood work back. My A1C is no longer pre-diabetic. My blood work is happy. In reading Fast Like a Girl and Eat Like a Girl, I am super intrigued with Dr. Mindy's experiments helping many women heal their bodies and reach amazing results fasting and feasting according to where they are in their cycle. And her books also give directions for women who have no cycles because of PCOS, or depending on where they are in perimenopause, hello, that's where I am, or if they're postmenopausal. Her book, Fast Like a Girl, in the back also gives directions for those who'd want to work with their doctor as a type 2 diabetic, those with other autoimmune conditions. It's absolutely not a one-size-fits-all approach. This style of eating, plus every other style of eating in the world, should be based on our bio-individuality and what our bodies need. So here's what I want to do. I'm experimenting on myself, okay? I like bananas, I like apples, I like sweet potatoes. Could I have fruit in its whole form and protein and healthy fats? I promise I will not do sugar. I'm not doing white flour. Maybe a little sourdough here and there. Yes, we're gonna get into even some gluten-free sourdough. Could I have some fruits again? I don't know. My blood sugars have been great. Of course, an A1C of 5.6. That's not a 5.4 or a 4.8, but hey, it's not in that pre-diabetic range, which has been years of healing to my body to get to that point. Anyway, I want to do a 30 or so day experiment following Dr. Mindy's 30-day fasting reset in her book. And I'm actually not to the start of the 30 days. Where I am at currently is what she calls in her book the nurture phase, which is hormone feasting, where at the most I'm only doing 13-hour a day fasting, which is super easy for me now. I'm having no more than 150 healthy carbs a day. So yes, a banana with some almond butter or an apple on my salad, really wild things like that, right? Okay, so for dinner tonight, the pot looks scary, but we're gonna heat things up. So we have, I don't know, is this half a roast? That's not a lot of meat. I just cooked this yesterday. So when folks are like, Jamerrill, I got a comment the other day, I have a family of 6 and we only eat 1/10 of what you eat. Okay, I hear that, but I made this yesterday. It was 7 pounds, it was 2 roast, and it was, maybe 10 potatoes and the giant sweet potato. And I mean, here we are the next night. So 10 people, your mileage may vary, age, stage. I got over 6 foot tall teen sons. I got it all going on over here. So we're gonna pull this together. We're gonna finish this up. Some smattering of potatoes. Hey, look, they're already mashed. A little bit, I should have done another roast today, but that's okay. I have a little bit of this box salad left and another one. I was going to do a strawberry salad with the spring mix, chopped strawberries, and then apple cider vinegar and avocado oil on it. And I'm gonna use the Greek yogurt on the potatoes. And I already overgrew one of my big bowls, so I will just use the salad bowl my 21-year-old got Mama for Christmas. And then I will do a tablespoon of avocado oil. I'm also going to do a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. I will also put a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in my drink. Just some water with some apple cider vinegar. Some people sweeten it, some don't. I'm just used to even drinking it unsweetened now. There you go. There's my Big Mama salad. All right, so the glucose goddess and several of these people, I'm actually going to do 2 tablespoons, talk about adding apple cider vinegar before your meals. I'll be drinking this before and during my meal. It's all supposed to help with blood sugar control and have other benefits, and I've been doing this for about 8 weeks now. Alrighty, so I've got my steak roast. I've been eating that though, so that's what's left on my plate. Heated that up. This was 1 potato chopped down, looks pretty big. Got some Greek yogurt on it. I'm gonna eat my strawberry salad first. And we have that avocado oil and ACV on there and some strawberries and some mixed greens. And that is the roast that is left. Potato, leftover. So throwing leftovers together tonight. Everybody else is throwing their combination of leftovers together too. Well, happy breakfast morning. I've been working on my celery avocado. We've got these jars being taken downstairs to the canning shelves and some eggs underway. And some black coffee that likes to take some chances in life at the edge of the stove there. All right, we got 3:45 mom, still in the bathrobe. That's how some days go. Got an afternoon snack food request. This request goes out to a preschooler. I feel like I'm doing a radio show, but we have some hope. There is sunshine outside. We had an ice storm last night. Several places have trees down. There's my plant. But anyway, I'm hoping to get out and get a run in. Getting my afternoon supplements for water to go with my vitamins. And yeah, Jamerrill, why do you go through so many thrift store coffee cups? Because our cups have adventures around here. So we'll try again. But remember, ice storm? Yeah. So that's what we slept through last night, what we woke up to this morning, and it's 63 now. And 420 but I'm gonna get my run in. I'm excited. And for those of you who said you want Jamerrill merch that says I love happiness, happiness is my favorite, I got it. Okay. I'm not that good about telling you when I have it or even sharing the link, but I'll throw the link down in the description. If I'm super fancy, I'll have the shirt pop up. Woo woo! Well, just threw water at you. Pop up on the screen, but I can't always. I definitely can't guarantee that I'll get that done, but I will get this video done, and that's great. I think tomorrow is beef fat rendering day. Okay, I've been out here running, and we have had some afternoon Dollar Tree little gnome village play go on. Last time I was over here, they had that fill of water. It's like, how does that water go so quick? But they had some ducks in there, little houses. And all of these were at the $1.25 store, and I like to get these little pieces when I'm there. It just makes for fun outdoor creative play. As I always like to say, 1,000 hours outside would be so proud of us. They've used the little villages, yeah, little bridges. We got a little hedgehog. I showed all of these in a recent Dollar Tree video. They're just fun. I think it's like $10 or $12 to help spin off some imaginative play. And of course, you remember as a kid, you can just use acorns and all kinds of fun things. But I love to see this kind of play with a good old stump. All right, friends, well, Mama did not cook dinner tonight. Look at what they pulled together. We got our washed fruit, plates ready. I was like, what is that? That's just the shadow from the bowl. And then those 7-Eleven, what were they? Chicken bacon ranch type pizzas that were marked down at Sharp Shopper. It's a pizza night tonight at our house. We also have a gluten-free dessert just hanging out there. There you go. Dinner's done. Yay. Other people cooking besides Mama, even if it's just putting pizza in the oven. Well, friends, happy new day. It is now 1:20. I have my folks out playing in the sunshine, and hey, Jamerrill, how do you get your work done? Well, here we are. I'm starting a big project this afternoon, and I have all my hydration. I've got my adrenal cocktail and my amino acids in this water, and then this water is water and apple cider vinegar from last evening. I'm still finishing up. I've kind of accidentally stumbled into doing an apophagy. Is that right? Apophagy fast today. I've done a few of them on purpose, and you know, I just love rattling with y'all about new things I learn and experiments I do for my one life and my one body. So anyway, let's see if I can focus on cleaning up random popsicle sticks from crafts. And I'm so happy I got this now at the thrift store, but even though it's been washed, did not get the price tag taken off. I guess now I got soap on it, so it'll go for another spin. We need to clean the sink out. I'm going to talk to you about fasting. Clean the sink, get things ready, work with me as a full-time YouTuber. I need to get set up and get my thumbnail for my it's big fat rendering day. You know, we kind of practiced and prepped for this for like 2 weeks now. I've got the 150 pounds of fat over here on the table looking at me. We are going to process beef tallow and lard. And as a heavy protein, high fat consuming lady, that's super exciting. I don't know how much we'll get from 150 pounds, but we're going to find out. My backup plan is I've got several friends that I'm sure would love a couple jars of tallow. If I don't know, does 150 pounds equal like 150 jars? I don't think so. So we'll figure that out today. That'll be a separate video. I've had my folks go through while I was getting a video published, and I had a phone call and some other things I've been handling. Sorry, turning my back on you. And we are pretty decently cleaned up in here now. Oh, and I know, I was talking to y'all about my accidental apophagy fast. What I've read from Dr. Mindy Peltz, and I'm just having fun doing my experiment of one here, where I am at on her chart as far as fasting based on hormones and where a woman is with her cycle, and she even has guides and information for women who don't have a cycle. So many things particular to women's hormones. So I'm currently in the hormone feasting period where per her I can have up to 150 carbs a day. Those would be like sweet potatoes, like whole fruits and vegetables or some quinoa or something like that, but still continue to hit my protein goal and high healthy fats. So she recommends during this particular hormone phase no fasting at all, or that more experienced fasters can still during those 8 to 10 days go ahead and fast like 13 hours, but she recommends no more than 13 hours. Well, I'm breaking the rules, but I didn't mean to. I totally had planned to break my fast at about 13 hours today. Not that I'm a super experienced faster, but I have been doing intermittent fast well since October, which I kind of stumbled into. I shared about that in my recent The Health Update video I wasn't expecting, and I've left my water running. Hold on here. Okay, so let's count out, say October, November, December, January, February. So for probably 16 weeks or so, I've been fasting 16 hours. That's now easy for me. And I've had several times I've gone 17, 18 hours. So anyway, a phone call. I was just, again, I kept planning to stop to make breakfast. I do put MCT oil, usually a tablespoon, in my morning coffee. I do now, most of the time, drink my morning coffee totally black with no sweetener, unless I put the nut pods in it, which nut pods, from all that I see on their ingredients, is very clean, and that's used by a lot of fasting and keto and all the different labels of people too. But whenever I got off my phone call, I came in here and got a video published for today, and then I looked at my Carb Manager app, and I was already at 16 hours of fasting, and I was like, man, another hour I'll be at 17 hours. And then I'll be in apophagy, which is just a high-level healing state that I have read and others have shared. Your body just starts going into a whole other level of repair that you really want your body to get into. So, I got 47 minutes left. I'm pushing my fluids. I'm not hungry. Oh, that's the other thing I did. While I was on my phone call, I had another cup of coffee, and I knew because I was pushing my eating window, I put a second tablespoon, which was a few hours from the first, of MCT oil in it. And Dr. Mindy talks about that for some people it works to have a fasted snack, and she shares the research in Fast Like a Girl, I believe, or Eat Like a Girl. I got them both here looking at me. She shares a list of fasted snack ideas, and they are just things under a certain calorie level, and that for most people will not spike their blood sugar. It's a, again, experiment of one. Some people having some more MCT oil would have spiked their blood sugar. Some people don't do a tablespoon. I'm just a tablespoon kind of girl. They can only do a teaspoon. What matters is if the blood sugar increases after I have it. Mine did not, so just letting you know, that is how I stumbled into doing an apophagy fast today. I am probably at the 17-hour mark now, and like I say, I'm gonna push and get to 18 hours, and then I shall officially have a meal. I will start it with some of our home canned chicken broth that we did. So it will be a big cooking day. I am in a dress with short sleeves, which is exciting. Not that, I mean, it's beautiful sunshine outside today. Slight chill, just beautiful. Feels like a cool day in spring, so I'll take it. Of course, we have snow and ice storms a-coming, so hello winter in Virginia. But I just know my kitchen will be nice and hot, and I thought, hey, I can wear that dress today, and that will be great because I will definitely not be cold once I get going. So we're gonna do some thumbnail options, my fat rendering video. That is good. Then we're gonna get to really rendering the fat. So back to when I was sharing with you about how I'm gonna do an experiment on myself. I'm still hitting my protein goal. It's 1 gram of protein per ideal pound of body weight. So I get somewhere between 110 to 130 grams of protein a day, and then high healthy fat. So that's going to be my coconut oil, my MCT oil, my tallow, my bacon grease, avocado oil, those kind of good things. And then also good fiber in there as well. And with this, I'm also going to try some dairy, because again, I did not do testing on whether the dairy was causing the inflammation. My theory for my one life is that it was my insane stress experience that set my cortisol off, which now also looks great, and that led to the inflammation. I do think taking gluten out, and even Dr. Mindy Peltz talks about how gluten in general is harmful to so many folks, but I want to try. I also promise I won't do dairy for every meal all day, every day, but I'd like a little cultured sour cream once in a while, you know. I'd like some good cultured cottage cheese. I'd love some Greek yogurt. I just want to give this a go and see how I feel. And of course, blood work down the road is going to tell us all things. I would like to do Dr. Mindy's full 30-day fasting reset. As I say, I'm kind of practicing right now during this nurture phase, and then I'll start her 30-day reset plan. And we'll just give this a go. You know, just I'm the guinea pig. I'm experimenting on myself. And if I can have some apples and bananas, some too, yay. So now I'm just taking some time to clean out my sinks. They are pretty grubby. I've had a 7-year-old assigned to spraying out the sinks every day for Mama, but after a week of that, Mama needed to take a turn spraying out the sinks a little extra mom-like. I also took some time to season 2 of my big 17-inch Lodge cast iron pans and putter around this kitchen, getting it tip-top shape for me to go on with my cooking projects for the rest of the day. And here you can see some behind the scenes on how I get things set up for a thumbnail. Sometimes I'm able to do the thumbnail before I do the video, and sometimes it's after. Today I was working on a thumbnail of rendering down 150 pounds of beef fat, showing all the fat before we begin the cooking process. Now when I'm done with this project, I will also take some other thumbnail options showing the fat in jars and some other things and ideas that might come up and catch my eye while I'm working through. Alrighty, so back to my beef fat rendering project. I got some helpers chopping that down. I'm going to do some quick dinner prep, make my meal to break what's going to be an 18-hour fast, and then I'll jump into helping chop that up as well. I'm looking for a colander. Let's see. Okay, so just going to do sweet potato prep, which you know we'll eat over 3 days. So I think these are 3-pound bags. I got 3 full bags and then like 1 little random sweet potato left in that one. I'm going to get them going in the 10-quart slow cooker, and then we'll have them for tonight and the weekend, which is good. And I've been doing sweet potatoes, all kinds of potatoes. I've used the slow cooker for years. I don't add any water. Some folks have asked me if I do. I just put some olive oil or some kind of cooking fat at the bottom, usually just some olive oil. Put my potatoes in there and go from there. Now I've got my 2 big roaster ovens sitting over there. For this project, I'm gonna also, not for the sweet potatoes, but for the fat rendering, I'm gonna use 3 22-quart roaster ovens, maybe some stock pots on the stove I have out, my 30-quart and my 45-quart. Could potentially get some pans going in the oven, could potentially get some other slow cookers out. So we'll see, lots of adventures coming up for that. But even on days when you process 150 pounds of meat, still gotta think for dinner later. So, and I already used my emergency sharp shopper marked down from 7-Eleven pizza card last night. They had 4 pizzas and some fruit, and that was nice. So anyway, so these potatoes will go now. I do plan on, I have 4 of those farm-raised chickens left. I plan to do 2 of those in a pot tonight, probably just on top of some of the locally grown potatoes, and then just white potatoes. And then we'll have the sweet potatoes as an option, and then of course also fruit. I plan to do another strawberry salad. I think I have about 4 people who would like that along with dinner tonight. now Mama's gonna cook her food. And actually I have, what was this? I had a 2-pack of sirloin steaks that I frosted the other day. Anyway, I have one left that needs used. And I also have some celery that got away from me. I like to get these already chopped celery. Whew. I don't know if I can pull any good celery sticks off of that. I think I can. A few things at least. These 3 look salvageable. But I will work on eating mashed avocado and celery. I should have some chicken broth. I'm just gonna get the air fryer going for this steak. I don't remember what I was saying. Remember, I'm over 18 hours now. So again, I feel pretty good, and I honestly feel like I could push to 24, but I'm just experimenting, trying to do some of the things Dr. Mindy has said, and again, she does not recommend, because of the hormones, to go longer than 13 hours or even to fast at all during this time. So again, I stumbled into accidentally on purpose how I got here today, but I've done it now like 4 times total, but I was doing it even before I learned Dr. Mindy and her hormone teaching. So anyway, the steak definitely looks like it needs to be used, but it will be delicious. Okay, so celery's done, steak is cooked, and it's like, just takes a little extra thought about the way Mama's breaking her fast. So I do want some chicken broth. I've asked a couple folks, but everybody's busy doing things. So let's go down to the pantry real quick and bring up a couple jars, because I'm just continuing to drink it more and more and have some more up here. And we have some nice afternoon Legos in the sunshine happening. Alrighty, so here, let's see, that's our beef broth. And you know, the other day, I had them help me out and bring a case down. We didn't get it labeled or the rings removed, and we'll have to do that at some point coming up. You remove the rings so you don't get a false seal. I also don't usually keep them in the boxes, but again, Mama likes help in all forms, so we will just probably take up 4 quarts, and I'm not cooking anything in the next few days that needs it, but I'll just work on drinking this. And then Monday, hopefully, I'm starting some big freezer cooking days, and I'll be using broth for some of that. Well, I'm just going for a whole quart of chicken broth. The steak is almost done. We're gonna cook some eggs. And actually, I just checked my app. I've made it 18 hours and 45 minutes. So go us. But again, from what I'm learning from the fasting experts, it's the healthy fat that really can help with this, which, as I've shared, I've stumbled into over these past 6 months. I thought this morning, you know, hold on, let Mama have another sip of broth. Before my negative lab work that I got in August, even though I was eating healthy before, I was never aware of how much protein, how much fat. Even when I was cycling through having healthy carbs, I was not tracking in any way other than when I took the pictures and I like tracked the times, and I knew the meal was built healthy. But there's some other factors that I have since tweaked that helped me at least temporarily get that great lab work here recently. I'm happy about that. And through that journey to get there over 6 months is how I've stumbled into also adding in fasting as part of my lifestyle. So I guess I just completed my longest one with 18 hours and 45 minutes. Yay, okay, so now I need the bacon grease. And before I wasn't tracking my blood sugar, my glucose, wasn't aware of insulin levels. That's gonna be just a lot. I had to begin to learn and start to put together. I knew that my A1C was in that pre-diabetic range and had been, and now I'm out of that range after the changes of the last 6 months. But I didn't know things like my fasting blood sugar was 113. You know, I had other factors that many factors that weren't fantastic. So anyway, thanks for watching me cook my eggs and be on this journey with me. So I'm going to eat now. It's almost 3. And then I'll eat again with my family this evening. And then tomorrow I'll just, again, based on where my hormones are right now, I'll just only do 13 hours for tomorrow. I broke my own rule of having the eggs on high. We only cook eggs low and slow. That's what we're supposed to do, but not Mama today apparently. And I went over to get my steak out of the air fryer and things did not go great from there. I also had 2 kiddos request a bacon grease egg as well, because even though it'll be 3 o'clock first meal for Mama, everyone else has had breakfast and lunch. Some need second lunch now. So that is great. All right, so here's Mom's late brunch, whatever. Gonna continue to work on the broth and use that basically as my beverage. Probably will drink maybe half of what's there, and then I will start my veggies and my eggs and my steak and work on cutting that down, because that's a big sirloin there, and then move on with the day. Almost done with the broth, and don't worry, my eyes were way bigger than the amount of protein and fat I can handle. So I put in half the steak and a few more of those eggs back in the refrigerator. Hey, look, I meal prep. I will probably chop up a bunch of that steak. Maybe we'll do an omelet or something like that tomorrow, but that is that. And don't worry, I still know how to have a good time. So I've got a little bit of almond butter left in this one. I'm gonna do like 2 tablespoons of almond butter and 3 pieces of my dark chocolate after I finish this little bit of broth, and then we will move on to this project. All right, we got 1 30-quart bowl ready to go. We've had some good progress this afternoon. As of this moment, I have 3 22-quart roaster ovens going with beef fat in it. Got my 30-quart stock pot going on the stove over there. They're almost through the land of chopping up beef fat for Mama this afternoon. The sweet potatoes that I put in the slow cooker earlier, those are done. We're not looking at those yet though. I'm gonna go ahead and go downstairs and get us 2 chickens for dinner tonight. Get some more potatoes from the community garden, get those going in the oven, so that a little later this evening, along with all this beef fat, we will actually have some dinner. We will just go grocery shopping in the basement. Okay, I got my Aldi bag, so stepping over another Aldi bag. Go here to this potato box. Alrighty, and we'll see what potatoes we're gonna grab for tonight. Maybe have some leftovers for tomorrow. Of course we got, this is so giant. We have this sweet potato. Sweet potatoes are already done, but it looks like I've got 4 big sweet potatoes in the box. Anyway, I just want some regular old dirt covered garden potatoes. Tomorrow is a big birthday party here where we are picking up a gluten-free cake, steamed shrimp. I even added some crab legs to that. Fun birthday celebration, that's probably good. Here's this collection. I've got that sweet potatoes in the coming days. And then under there also the butternut squashes that we will roast. Now I'm gonna get my chickens. You can see the chicken and pork freezer. We are slowly eating it down, using it. So we've got 2 more whole chickens left, and then looks like 6 bags of chicken feet. The turkey, ground turkey I got on sale, it was $4.99 for 3 pounds, so I got 12 pounds of it. That was good. We'll use that at some point. This is those shredded chicken shortcuts that we get from Sharp Shopper when they have them, $2.49. Anyway, up here we have, yeah, that's a chicken carcass. We got a ham bone, turkey carcass, Some more chicken carcasses, some more broth in our future. That's the lunch meat we had in the freezer. So just, we've got some fish down there. Some randomness, but we're making our way through. And then the beef freezer, well, this looks like we haven't made a dent yet, but we are. We're making dents, okay? Looking mighty nice, looking mighty. Lots of ground beef still that we'll get to. And you'll see predominantly that it looks like 2 shelves of bones. There are some roast and other cuts behind these. And then down here, there's some more. I think we got 3 roast in here. Beef liver. There's quite a bit of like beef soup bones. Another beef liver, some more beef stew meat. There's some more beef stew meat there. Looks like that stew meat or a roast. We still have more of the burger patties. I just had someone say, hey, we haven't had hamburgers lately. And you know, this summer we were hitting the sheet pan burgers hard. Yes and amen to that. So not this weekend, already got food planned, but maybe next week at some point we'll do maybe 2 nights of sheet pan burgers. We'll be through our burgers. I don't even know. Do I got 2 nights? Let's see, I think, okay, that's the beef heart. And I believe I have 3 beef tongues in here. So I was just talking to a friend the other night about scalding them first, then cooking them down in the slow cooker. I've heard from several of you that you use beef tongue for tacos and such. Or one person told me they eat it just like a roast. So we need to have that adventure. And I got some of those in here. And then we have 2 briskets, and then these are some more like leg bones. So anyway, I mean, we've been eating through it. I think we got this in September, so we got about 5 months in now. And since September, that means we've been through almost, I think about 40 chickens actually, because my first bundle was like 25 or so. My second bundle was 20. We're getting to the end of it, but that's how many chickens we've gone through since September. This is the state of my freezer meal freezer. It ain't looking good in here. So we've got 1 pack of fried rice in there. We just need to organize. Remember, I lost a freezer. I lost this one that was my fruit and veggie freezer. So things like the frozen broccoli and the pineapple tidbits and cauliflower rice, that would be over there. And that's also one of the main freezers I stored the beef fat in. So we worked through it. But anyway, as I make more freezer meals, we need to organize this. Here's what we got in here. We got some apple butter, a little bit of spaghetti sauce, some fried rice from this summer. I think I got 2 bags of sloppy joes, 2 bags of spaghetti sauce, 2 bags of frozen bananas, and they'll bring up a whole bag at a time for smoothies. Probably 10 bags of broccoli, which is pretty good. 10 bags of broccoli is probably 4 to 5-ish broccoli as a side item meals for us. 1 bag of emergency French fries. Hit the Sharp Shopper hot dog deals the other day. These were $2.49. They're turkey dogs, $2.49, 48 ounces. And then these, I know for camping, I have paid like $8 to $9 a pack for these Hebrew Natural brand because, you know, no fillers, no byproducts, no gluten, no artificial, you know, it doesn't have a lot of stuff. So anyway, $3.99. These were dated for December. I bought them in February, but they were frozen. So they're just going to be frozen here, and we'll get to them eventually. So there's a random bag of bananas. So I want to, you know, get through the project list, get this organized, and then I'll show you my other situation. And over here, my project freezer. So the whole idea of this is it would go along with the freeze dryer projects. Okay, so you see many of the shelves in here we have cleaned out, and we still got the peppers judging us, right, and some apple scraps, but pretty good. I do have, oh, these are the apple butter. Maybe those other 2 in there were freezer fruit bread. I didn't take the time to read the labels, but anyway, just we got little squirrely odds and ends here and there. I do hope too, between this freezer and we got empty shelves here, and we got our shelves up here, and then also with organizing this freezer and going through a few of those things, and then continuing to use up things in the pork and chicken freezer. Between 1 and 2 and then 3, I will have a lot of room to move freezer meals around. And then the beef freezer, that's a longer ongoing project. Now I don't buy a whole cow with the idea that it's going to last us a year. Of course the bones and some of the random parts will last longer than that, but the ground beef, we'll start hitting that harder. And again, I want to go through and can a good bit of that too, because even if I moved, having ground beef cooked, ready to go in a jar, super convenient. Things like the 3 roasts that are there, maybe there's a 4th, the stew meat, even the briskets and the cow tongue, those kind of things we can use over the next 8 to 12 weeks or so. And then, like I say, hamburgers already gone. These individual patties already gone next week at some time. So we'll get through this too. I'm not planning on the beef freezer being a place where freezer meals could go in any fashion, but I could put dinner freezer meals here in the pork and chicken freezer, and definitely I can load up this whole thing. This one's just dead. It's cleaned out. I've had friends offer to come and take it and help get a new one in. I'm just waiting on that and working on using up what I can around this universe. And we got things like, you know, and super dirty ice cream and popsicle freezer, and I think this is empty. Yeah, so we've got like camping bags. We have some actual ice. So certainly this could be cleaned up and organized. And this little top freezer is just kind of like the gluten-free freezer. So we have some gluten-free quick convenience meals, several loaves of gluten-free bread that I got at Aldi maybe 8 weeks ago or so. And then I keep stocked up on these gluten-free waffles. These are very much appreciated as well. So that's what goes up here. And then down here, my refrigerator from my first house 24 years ago maybe. Anyway, also you see we need to organize our ice pack. So it's a hodgepodge. We've got some, I think these are some gluten-free and dairy-free pizza brands that were not favored. Also they didn't care for this particular, although my younger folks would actually totally go for these. So anyway, so there's room. And as for, you know, well over 10 years now, as I've been doing my large family freezer meals, big batch freezer meals, super mega freezer meals, and I do 30 to 40 freezer meals each time, I've always said those freezer meals, it's not all we eat for like 4 weeks solid. Those meals have always served my large family over 6 to 12 weeks. So the whole like cook once, eat for so many months, that's the way my freezer meals have always spread out, and I just hope to do that again real soon. And in real life, finagling and dealing and how curveballs and how things go, when things go down, when mom goes down, when life goes down, unexpected happen, when we have to put our energies in other areas, there can certainly be a solid week where all meals are freezer meals. What a blessing. But there definitely can be times where 3 to 4 large meals a week can be freezer meals, and I have enough stocked up where that goes over 6 to 12 weeks. Always welcome. Yay. So, gotta get back upstairs to stir my beef fat and get dinner going for tonight. Okay, and just to show you, I was just here poking my sweet potatoes, and I thought, oh, I should show my friends. So, see, they cooked a couple hours. They're all nice and soft. I do have them unplugged, and they will just sit here now until dinner to be an option for those of us who like sweet potatoes. And we've been busy. We've been busy cooking down. We got 1, and then 2, and then 3 22-quart roasters going with the beef fat, and then 4, we got the 30-quart stock pot going, and that's cooking down. So anyway, I'm gonna make myself some green tea, put some fresh water in my tea kettle, and go from there. Well, friends, since I have all that beef fat going in my kitchen, I was like, oh, I really gotta get to stirring. Nope, that's not what it is. You know my cast irons I put in here just on 250 for like 5 minutes earlier? No, they just got to bake at about 450 for about 15 minutes. So, alrighty. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. Alrighty, so I'm going to put a towel under this cutting board and take it over, and one of my younger guys is going to work on chopping down the cucumbers for us. Alright friends, the cooking down all the fat continues. Got the water going, well, some of it, beginner going, and that is something. But we're still going to eat dinner tonight. We're eating very late. It's gonna be probably about 8:30, and you're like, what in the world? But just how it goes at my house some days, especially when I got big cooking projects going on. But don't worry, there's always lots of food here. The snacky fruit, pretzel. Actually, they had peanut butter and pretzels out earlier, and fruit. The proteins are coming. It's just lagging behind. So, I think it should be about done, and I will check it. But on my little daily to-do list, time scheduled calendar, generally have dinner scheduled. Sorry, I'm looking for all my things here. Let's just zoom down. Generally have it scheduled about, well, at 6:30, which, depending on activities, some nights it's got to be 5:30. You know how that goes. So most nights though it is 6:30. And then we take an hour, we have a family dinner together and play skip-bo or listen to our audiobook. Oh, that looks beautiful. I'm sure those are done. Not quite ready to serve it though. I've got some lard that I'm still chopping into smaller pieces, but oh, this looks beautiful and golden. 196 internal temperature. I cannot wait to show you this chicken. Plain potatoes and carrots. Okay, look at this. Whoop whoop, home cooked dinner. There you go, yeehaw. So anyway, we're gonna pretend like it's not done yet though. Gonna put the lid on it, the heat is off. My 7-year-old prepped the cucumbers for a salad. We'll get to that, just hold on, don't tell yet. It's like golden delicious there. So a little loose salad station. I think there's only 2 of us that want salads to go with our dinner, but we got our cucumbers prepped, we got our greens. I just did avocado oil and ACV on mine. They'll probably use a different dressing, but there we go, salads. Scary mom in the dark. Captain's log. So it's 12:25. I stayed up with this tallow and this lard till about 4 a.m. Got to sleep till 8:23. Really didn't have a plan. And I do not have all the brain cells firing. But I knew this project that I started yesterday afternoon, of course, huge project. Was it on my to-do list to start in the morning? Of course. But you all know, it's more about conquering, okay? You all know I've been dealing with this fat bossing me around in my refrigerator's defrosting for like well over a week, 2, whatever we want to say. Been a bit. And before that, it was bossing me around in my freezer. So, all that being said, I was getting this done yesterday. My teen guys started chopping down that beef fat about 2:30. I think it was about 4, because doing mama life. About 4, I got it going in the roasters. We got a nice variety of things around. We were just gonna complete the process. So it was a good 12 to 14 hours. I went for a walk at one point, about 9 or so. I finished listening to my Benjamin Binkman Why We Get Sick book. I started listening to Dr. Jason Fong's The Obesity Code about 2 a.m. We made the best of our time, and we got 56 quarts of tallow and about 5.5 quarts of lard. I didn't press those cracklings with the lard. This one I will probably put in my fridge to use first, and it hadn't fully solidified. So anyway, okay, so these are the lard, and this video is probably up already if you haven't seen it yet. And then this is the tallow. So we did the thing. Alrighty, we just picked up our specially made gluten-free cookies and cream cake. Now we're going to pick up our ordered seafood. So now we are headed into Pop Shelf to get some party decorations, and they have a great selection of balloons. Okay, they have everything in here. Yes, gel pens. Okay, they move things around in here. I just have to always visit all the journals. So many fun projects in here. Oh, and stuffies. We just picked balloons for them to do while we do some more shopping. We just ran up the sloth and asked them to fill that too. Alrighty, we got some decoration. Well, we got some plates. Some plates, decorations, some more signs. And these plates are pretty. That's what I'm trying to say. These are almost thrift store prices for cups. That's a pretty one. That's $5. Coffee. The ones I bought at the thrift store the other day, many of them were $2.50. Lots of foil pans here. Also liked their serving items, little treat boxes and platters. Nice, nice. Now that is super nice. Wow, $8.10, just already rolled and ready to go. Nice, nice, nice. I have another present I need a bag for. All right, so the way that this mama life works, I can drive places. We picked up the gluten-free cake. We went and got party decorations and 2 big bags of balloons. I appreciate it when they put those bags on the balloons. Otherwise, things are just flying all over. I've experienced massive balloon purchases a lot of different ways. Anyway, we came over here to the seafood place to pick up the birthday requested steamed shrimp and crab legs, and they are now steaming them for us. They said they'll bring them out in about 8 minutes, then we're gonna get home, decorate for a party. Hey, food is hot and ready. Cake is in the box ready. We're doing it. Alrighty, so we are getting birthday party ready. Here's our 1 cluster of balloons. Got some different decorations going on. And then these, it smells so good. These are the shrimp. It's got medium spice, if you can see in there. These are the crab legs. I forgot to ask for the melted butter. I think they usually provide that, and I forgot, but there's the shrimp sauce. Also, look at us. Crab leg crackers, we are ready to go. Birthday requested Dr. Pepper. Threw some blueberries out here as if anybody is gonna eat them. We have this is a really big cake. I think they said it's like enough for 35. So we did the same one last year. I was saying that extra servings, because I think we have 12 here, we could slice down extra servings and freeze them individually so that we have some gluten-free, just single-serve cake options when needed. Got our little plates, some Doritos, also our happy birthday sloth balloons. So after the birthday party meal for Mom, I had ordered this the other day because it not only reads glucose, it also reads ketones. And these are all things I am getting into. So anyway, I need to download the app for this. I'm now taking my birthday human out for nails, manicure, pedicure, going to Walmart to spend birthday money. It's a busy day. At Walmart now. Woo woo, I did not do that. Anyway, this is what my life has become. I've told you no more peanut butter. I've been done switched out to almond butter, and we are at Walmart doing some things, and I'm gonna make an exciting purchase. Look, shop it in the store like the olden days and get the crunchy 1, 2. Only I do need to get the one that says no sugar added. This one also has no sugar added, so anyway, must do that. Also found, you know, my story of boys' pants forever. Got some boys' pants marked down. Gonna restock some fruit the old-fashioned way while we're here. 2-pound prices of strawberries have come way down. They were like $9 for 2 pounds a few weeks ago. They're $5.97 right now, which means I'm just gonna get 8 pounds for, 3 days. Oh, grapes are marked down. We have some grapes, but I can refill and be ahead for a minute. Okay, gonna get some apples. So of course I had a grocery delivery today for a few more things for our birthday party situation. We got pears. There's the green apples. Here we go, we found them. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this past week, and I'll see you real soon with another brand new video. Bye-bye.